I am so excited that these have finally been released, and spoiler alert, I think I might well be the first person to get my hands on them. You see, in today's video, I have the brand new, check these out, Takomo 101 driving iron. These have been in production for quite some time now. I was lucky enough to get my hands on some of them in Orlando at the start of this year. But a little birdie tells me that these have been finally tuned and tweaked to be even better as a final product. Oh, check this out. Yes, please. Iron 101U, full of hollow bodied goodness. Guys, get in the comments below, could you see yourself passing with a little bit of cash for one of these? Key point, little bit of cash. These run at about half the price of some of the bigger brand driving irons. How do they perform? Let's find out in today's video. So let's see exactly what we do have in this box today. We have the 3-iron, which I showed you just a moment ago. Now these do come in different lofts. They come standard with a KBS hybrid shaft in there, which looks absolutely delightful. Very similar to the ones that we used to see in the TaylorMade UDI range. Who remembers those? We have a couple more driving irons, exactly the same specs. We have Lampkin grips on there as well. Now, Takomo's mantra has always been premium products at affordable prices. So you get the premium shaft option, the premium grip option, and the head is just nicely forged, so you get that premium feel as well. We also have the 4-iron. You can see that mega wide sole on there. This is going to be really mega friendly to use for quite a lot of golfers. I'll leave that there for now. I'm assuming this is probably a 2-iron. Oh my, this could find its way. This could find its way in there. Look at this bad boy. You'll see we've got the weight in there. It is a hollow body construction just like the Iron 101s. What's the offset? Oh, it's minimal offset as well. This really could end up being an expensive day for Mr. Robinson, or an inexpensive day. Let's go find a tee box and a fairway and some rough. I'm going to tidy all this up, by the way, because we don't leave rubbish out here. Okay, so I'm going to cut straight to the point about these clubs. This is going to set you back $119, which is around £100, and obviously subject to tax, imports, or wherever you live. I don't know where you live, so I can't tell you how much that will be. But when you put that against some of the more bigger brand names, I suppose you can say, is it value for money? I'm going to hit them today. We're going to find out if it is value for money, because if this thing's rubbish, then $119 or £100 isn't value for money, it's just cheap. But if I know Takomo, and I feel like I do because I've tested the rest of the irons, this is going to be a bit of a beast. The thing I love about this, it's got a little bit of offset, but not too much. And it's got a nice wide sole, but not too wide, if that makes sense. So it's almost ticking the boxes without overdoing it. Right. That was pretty good. This is the 2-iron. This is 18 degrees of loft. The 4-iron's 24 and the 3-iron is 21 degrees of loft. So typical lofts as you would expect them to be. We don't have the loft on the sole now. That was part of the feedback we kind of said to Takomo. You don't really want the loft on there. People just want to know what number club is it. Part of the feedback as well that we gave when we got to test the kind of prototype model in Orlando was that the shaft was a little bit naff. The shaft wasn't up there with the high standards that Takomo were setting. So now we have the KBS hybrid shaft in there. This is designed just to help the ball launch nice and easily. We're now off the deck. That first one was teed up. And I feel like I can just play a nice low shot as well as the high shot. So versatility factor is definitely there. That's something which I think a lot of people who are going to want to buy these irons will want. Although this is a forgiving long iron, it's almost like a little bit of a mashup between a driving iron and a hybrid. You can see just how wide that sole is at the bottom. Very reminiscent of the Titleist driving iron, the 1-iron that we saw last year. I'd be interested to see if Takomo eventually do bring out a 1-iron in this, and if maybe they're going to bring out a 101 TU. So the tall version, the smaller version, the kind of 770 version. And I must admit, I would also love to see a 301 driving iron as well. So we have the 301 CBs and the 301 MBs in the Takomo lineup. We've been using those actually quite a bit, testing them against more expensive clubs. They've actually been faring rather well. So how's this going to fare? Guys, would you like to see me test this against a P790 driving iron, against a Callaway Apex driving iron, or even maybe against a Mizuno Fly High driving iron, because that's also the category this might be in. Blade length, I think, is a touch long. If I was going to have my way with this, it would be maybe a couple of mil shorter, then I think this makes it more appetizing for most golfers. So I kind of understand that, really. I mean, that ball flight. The thing I love as well is, yes, it's got that little bit of offset, but it's not going left. All those balls have faded in the air, they've moved left to right. To me, that is a godsend with a driving iron, because I feel like I can actually control it. Right, that was the 18-degree 2-iron. Let's go and check out the other clubs from the fairway and the rough and see potentially which one might find its way into my golf bag. We can't put all of them in, we can't. As I do quite like the fact they were 3 varying strikes and they've all pretty much gone the same distance. That's one thing which with a driving iron I have to feel like I have. I have to feel like I have, yes, a little bit of forgiveness, but also that bit of consistency. And that, when you look down that line, is rather impressive. So I mentioned earlier in this video that this is based on the standard 101 iron. Now, what is the standard 101 iron all about? It was the hollow body design iron that Takomo launched themselves into the universe with. It has a precision milled face, also had incredibly high COR values, which means it is a distance iron. So if you're going to have a recipe for a driving iron, that's pretty much the way that you would want to go. Now, for me, a driving iron is very much for off the tee. We're about 215 yards out here. I've got the 3-iron from the fairway. I'll be amazed if we can get this all the way back there, but it is a distance driving iron. And I'll tell you what, that is the perfect line. Right, go on, go on. I'm not sure if that's up there. That's either up there or in that deep cavernous bunker. Let's hit a couple more, then let's go and find where these are. Guys, which loft would you go for? 18, 21 or 24? One more, 2 more. See, that wasn't as well struck, that was Healy, but it's launched exactly the same, and it's on the same line. I think that one is in the bunker. I'll be amazed actually if, I think we've set ourselves too far back here, but let's go one more, see if we can get over. These are actually launching quite well 4 off the fairway. Like, I know this is a 21-degree lofted iron, so it shouldn't be that difficult to launch, but it is still also a 3-iron. It's still also quite a long shaft length to control. And I love how these are launching nice and mid-flighted. Go on, get up there. Get up there. They feel fantastic, I must say. Right, that one's pitched in the bunker. Let's go and see if that first one and second one got up there. Feel-wise, I have to give these a really high score. I really enjoyed how these do come off the bat. And sometimes I think that is half the battle when it comes to a driving iron. Does it look good and does it feel good? Both boxes ticked. Let's see where they are finished. Okay, I can't see any. Oh, we've got 2 on the green and we have, yeah, there's one in the bunker here. That landed pretty much there. That's pitched and stopped. And then 2 balls right up there. That's better than I imagined. I didn't anticipate they would be up there that far. I mean, they've pitched like here and rolled all the way up. It's gorgeous conditions here at the moment at Woolley Park Golf Club. That's the 2-iron, which I think is a success off the tee. The 3-iron, overly successful off the fairway, I'm not going to lie. I'm still not sure. For me, the 3-iron's the one kind of in the middle that I'm not sure about. I think if you do buy these, you have to pick the right loft. Now let's test the 4-iron, its natural habitat, the rough. So guys, if you want to see me compare these to a TaylorMade, a Callaway, a Mizuno, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've decided I'm going to do that. I'm going to test them both on the golf course and on the simulator for ball speed, spin rate, launch angle, and everything you want to know, and for value for money. So I'm going to do that next week. These irons are available from the 16th, I believe, of September, so that is just a couple of days away from now if I get my bum in gear and edit this video quickly. So make sure you check out the Takomo website if you do want to be the first to get your hands on one of these. I think they're going to go quite quickly actually, because the 101s did sell out. The 101s was a really funny video for me because it was one of the first kind of affordable golf club videos that I did, and it went mental. Guys absolutely loved it, and the guys at Takomo said that they couldn't make enough to go around. So hopefully they have increased production on these new driving irons. 4-iron, look at that. Oh. And a lot of people might be saying, James, why on earth do you think the natural habitat for a 4-iron is the rough? To be honest, I don't know, but I think a lot of people would do a lot better having a more forgiving 4-iron in the set than just a standard 4-iron, unless you have a set of 101s, in which case you're just replacing it with a KBS hybrid shaft. But funnily enough, I do feel like the hybrid shaft fits nicely into this set. We're about 200 out here. And I was really surprised that we managed to hit the 3-iron as far. So, 3 out the rough. We've got very different varying lies. And that's not a great strike. Just carry that bunker. Go. Now that was a little bit heavy. That was actually sat nicely as well. Let's go sat down a bit. That one's a lot better. That one's sneaking up the middle of the green. Right, last one. Sat in a little bit of a moist lie. Can we launch this higher? See, that's the one you want. 3 times as high, and that one is up, nestled next to the flag, hopefully. Let's see where they are. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, make sure you do smash that subscribe button below. Go check out these irons. They are available on the 16th, I believe, of September, unless the guys sell out immediately, which they might do. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Don't be late. Bye.